Yo, what's up? Welcome back to a new video. So today we are going to talk about protein powders and my journey with protein powders and some of the ingredients in it and what to avoid and what to take. Before we dive into that, have a view of Bangkok City. So, in 2020, when this huge global pandemic thing happened, I got traumatized, to be honest with you. And I also got more health aware, which led me to thinking about my health maybe a bit too much. But I got some positive things out of that period because it was a period of awakening and discovery for me. I became more aware in a sense, not only about my own health and what I put into my body, but in other areas of my life as well. I bought many health related stuff such as a filtered water can. I didn't want to drink water from plastic containers or drink directly from the tap water because of the heavy metals and fluoride and so forth. I was actually so delirious that I bought a copper glass to drink my water from because I read an article that the Indian system of holistic medicine called Ayurveda proposed it and that it had various health benefits. I also didn't want to cook my food in a microwave because I read somewhere online that it fried the nutrients in the food. And still to this day I don't use the microwave a lot. And I don't know how accurate that information is, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I also started with the Wim Hof breathing, fasting, and using the sauna a lot, and started to take my training in the gym a lot more serious. Under that time I also got into spirituality and read various books on the topic, and religion and philosophy. I also bought me some crystals, but that's a topic for another video. I became more aware of all the ingredients and read in detail on what was actually in the food that I consumed. You know, I started reading on the backside of all the packages, which you usually just ignore, and I started to actually see on how much artificial shit was in some of the things I was eating. And yeah, it was a period of discovery and awakening to a lot of new information. So I started to look on the ingredients in my protein powders, and I discovered the damaging health effects on some of the ingredients that my protein powder contained, such as the artificial sweeteners such as sucralose, acesulfame potassium, and aspartame. So I'm very aware and picky when it comes to sweeteners in my protein powder nowadays. And I don't care if the protein powder tastes like shit, as long as it doesn't contain sucralose, acesulfame potassium, or aspartame, I'm good. Because you know, I don't drink protein powders because of the pleasure or the sweet taste of it. I drink it because I want to put on some muscle and look like a Greek god. So go and check right now if your protein powder contains either sucralose, acesulfame potassium, or aspartame. And please avoid them if you can. Do it for your own health and longevity. Because yes, aspartame have been linked to increased risk of cancer, and the consumption of aspartame elevate the levels of, and yeah, I'm gonna butcher this name right now, phenylalanine and aspartic acid in the brain. These compounds can inhibit the synthesis and release of neurotransmitters and hormones such as dopamine, which we know is a feel-good hormone in your body. It gives us a sense of pleasure, for example after an intense workout. And aspartame also inhibits norepinephrine, which is a neurotransmitter and hormone that increases alertness and attention. And aspartame also mess with our serotonin, which helps our body regulate anxiety, experience happiness, and heal wounds. Consuming too much of this artificial sweetener have adverse effects on our neurobehavior health, which impact such as learning problems, headaches, seizures, migraines, anxiety, depression, and insomnia. And there are some guys out there that is saying that consuming these artificial sweeteners ain't that bad for you, and that this research shows that and this shows this, and that there is no evidence that aspartame or sucralose or acesulfame potassium is bad for your health. You know, that is evil in my opinion. Don't listen to them. These unnatural sweeteners are bad for your health. If we just used a bit of reason, which seems very uncommon nowadays. So, these artificial sweeteners have never existed on the planet before, and is completely foreign to our body, brain, gut, and our cells. You don't need to be a genius therefore to understand why consuming these artificial substances is bad for your health. Hit the like button if you agree with that. Okay, so that was some of the sweeteners you have to watch out for in your protein powders. And let's talk a bit on some proteins to avoid and some to take. So first, the famous whey proteins. Just a warning first. Don't use whey concentrate powders, because after the filtration process, it's usually around 70 to 80% of protein, and the rest in it is just garbage, which is inflammatory and mess with your body. So yeah, stay away from whey concentrate powders. Whey isolate is a better option, because it's more pure and have around 90 to 95% protein in it after the filtration. Whey proteins will also spike your insulin, and we know that insulin goes up when we eat carbohydrates. And every time you spike your insulin, you turn off your body's fat loss. So you don't want to use whey proteins too often, and if you're going to use them, use whey isolate. And don't use it more than 1 time per day because of the inflammatory effects and the insulin spike. Some good things I can say about whey protein powders is that your body absorbs it fast. So I recommend taking whey isolate in moderation and only after an intense workout, if you're going to consume whey proteins. But also note that these whey proteins usually have some of these artificial sweeteners in it. So watch out for that. Pea protein, on the other hand, digests in a very beneficial and great way because it contains prebiotics, which are specialized plant fibers. They act like fertilizers that stimulate the growth of healthy gut bacteria. So you're actually getting a digestive benefit of consuming pea protein. Pea protein powder contains all of the 9 essential amino acids in abundance, with the exception of methionine. Therefore, you also want to have your pea protein with hemp protein, because the hemp protein contains methionine, which is an amino acid that is important to build and repair your muscles. Hemp protein is also a great source of plant-based omega-3s and is actually anti-inflammatory compared to whey protein. So if you want a protein powder that is not going to cause you inflammation and is actually real high quality with organic ingredients, I can recommend you the Sun Warriors Warrior Blend. And no, they're not sponsoring this video in any way, but I totally and wholeheartedly stand behind their product. Just look at the ingredients in it. From looking at that, I just know that it will help you get better health, feeling better, and gaining muscle in the gym. And it's actually a top choice of protein powder, because they fill the gaps of what was lacking in pea protein and added hemp protein in their blend. So with Sun Warriors Warrior Blend, you will get a nice solid protein powder, which will give you all the amino acids you need, which won't cause you any health issues, gut problem, inflammation, or damage your neurobehavioral health. So I will leave my affiliate link in the description below. Go and click that link and buy that protein powder. And I will also link my calendar for you to book a 20-minute consultation call regarding your fitness goals, whether that is gaining muscle or losing fat. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, maybe gave you some insight, leave a like and subscribe, and take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.